Hello gorgeous people, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here then welcome. I hope you're all good. Happy Sunday. Just my favourite day of the week. If you want to pause me, go make yourselves a nice hot drink, hot cup of tea like I've got, hot chocolate, pumpkin spice if we're there yet, then please do so, because we've got a nice little sit down chatty makeup catch up incoming. I have filmed this makeup right here, which is just like my autumn everyday makeup, like really lightweight, but it's not dewy and glowy, it's more like on the matte side because of the time of year. So I just wanted to show you what I'm currently picking up and using out of like my makeup collection, because I've been getting loads of questions on Instagram, on stories and stuff about makeup recently, so I thought we could do another sit down makeup video, because I think the last one I did was when I was getting ready to go and see Justin Timberlake. On that, by the way, I just want to say thank you so much to everybody that left a lovely comment on last week's vlog when I was saying that I scrapped a whole vlog and just wanted to record something really chilled. Loads of you were saying it reminded you of my old content or that you really enjoyed it, so thank you, because that's the direction we want to go in now that we have the cozy Sunday videos back. So yeah, we're about to have a little catch up and you're about to see my current everyday makeup routine. Everything will be linked down below. It doesn't take a genius to know that pretty much all of the links are going to take you to the LookFantastic website, where you can use my code ASHALF. I'm pretty sure you all know it off by heart, but I will put it on screen here and in the description box down below just in case you don't know it. Whilst we're talking about LookFantastic and we're talking about products, there's just something I want to bring to your attention, which I will also link down below as well, and that is the LookFantastic 2024 Beauty Advent Calendar. Their infamous advent calendars. It is back for this year. I've actually recorded yesterday some little sneak peeks of what's inside the advent calendar, so I'm going to put those in here in a moment before we get into my everyday makeup, but I just wanted to give you a little PSA about it because I have been notified that the pre-order units are actually running quite low. So if you want to get your hands on the LookFantastic advent calendar for this year, then make sure you do so now, because the link to it will be down below in the description box. As ever, it is packed with probably the best products I've ever seen LookFantastic put in a beauty advent calendar, and it's worth over £565 and you're getting it for £100, which is just insane. But yeah, I honestly feel like it's one of the best that they've ever done. There's 27 products and obviously there's only 25 days in the run up to Christmas, so that means that there is 2 double product drawers, and you've got 13 full-size products in there as well, and the brands that are in the calendar this year are incredible. I'm just obsessed. But anyway, let me show you what it's looking like this year. I'm going to show you a little peek at something here which is so exciting. Now you guys know I'm a LookFantastic ride or die stan. This is the advent calendar you want to be going for. I have been buying the LookFantastic advent calendars because they are iconic for years and years, and this is probably my favourite one yet. And the reason why I say that is not just because of what we've got on the inside, but I absolutely love the design of this. LookFantastic have always done like the red, burgundy, gold, like traditional Christmas theme, and it's always been gorgeous, but I just feel like this, like silver and purple, like holographic, is a really fresh vibe, and I feel like it feels very luxurious. You've got their logo here, and then you've got 25 days of iconic beauty, which is basically what the theme of this year's advent calendar is with LookFantastic. The products that are in the advent calendar this year are exactly that. They are iconic. They're most top selling brands, the best products within those brands. I'm going to show you a couple of sneak peeks. I have been to now, I think, 4 years running launch events for these calendars, and I get to hear from the people who are behind exactly what goes into it, the team that work on these. These are a year in the making. Now normally we would have like a discount code. Any influencers that are brand ambassadors for LookFantastic, obviously, which I am, as we know, this year they haven't done codes, and that's purely because you are getting so much incredible product for your money already this year. Like, it's such good value for money. If you've already pre-ordered this and you actually want a little surprise and you don't want to see what's inside it or see any sneak peeks, skip me forward a couple of minutes. Okay, sorry about the reflection, I've got my light on, but it does kind of show you how bloody gorgeous the box is. So there's a bow at the top here, and then it folds down at the front. Oh no, I'm actually obsessed with the design this year. So inside here it says LookFantastic. I love this really deep purple, kind of goes with my nails. And then number 25, you look fantastic. Now, I know we shouldn't go for the big one straight away, but I am dying to know what is in number 25. No, stop it. The fact you're getting this in an advent calendar when we all know how much this is worth alone. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. This is probably one of my most used eyeshadow palettes ever, and it was hugely popular amongst my brides back when I took on bridal clients. It's got like the velvet case. Oh, so nice. Oh, Look at the colours in there. For some reason 23 is screaming out to me. Oh, it's not very heavy. What's in this one? Oh, it's an eye mask, a silk eye mask. Oh my god. Oh, it's like an exclusive collaboration, the LookFantastic X Brushworks. No, how nice is that? It's navy as well to go with the box. I see what they did there. I am an absolute stan of sleeping with eye masks. This is my collection. I've got some real silk ones and I also have some satin ones. N&F Pro Collagen Marine Cream. Oh my god, one of the most popular moisturisers ever. And it's a full size. If you're wondering why the rest of the numbers are, I'm going to show you. They pull out of the sides. Sorry. How unreal is that? Okay, I'm just going to go with, I'm going to pick one more from one of these. I'm going to go with 13. Unlucky for some, but actually one of my favourite numbers. Let's see what's in number 13. Oh! It's a matte lipstick. Stop it. Got a full-size matte lipstick. This is in shade Hug Me. Since when did MAC upgrade there? Look how nice that is. Sorry. So you've got an ABH palette, a full-size matte lipstick, an eye mask and a full-size N&F marine cream. That's what I've opened so far and I've only opened 4 things. That literally overtakes the worth of the box. And that is it. That is the LookFantastic 2024 Advent Calendar. Like I said, probably the best they've ever done. Like, such good value for money. It's such a good gift because even though it's a Christmas gift, it's a gift that keeps on giving because you give it to them at the beginning of December and they open basically a mini present every single day until Christmas Day, and then they get the big. I get these for every woman in my family, and they actually do a male advent calendar as well. Do you know what? I'll link that down below too if you want to go and have a little look at that. So if you want to pause the video before we get into my everyday makeup to go and order it, then you do that. Also go make yourselves a brew whilst you're there. But other than that, let me show you what I'm currently using on my face. Why I've decided to do this in a white top, I will never know. So as you know, I would normally film makeup content, let me just zoom you in, on my, probably a bit too far, is it? On my Sony camera. However, I just can't trust it to not focus because we all know the problems that I have with it sometimes. So I'm filming this on like my little DJI vlogging camera, so hopefully it's okay. Let me get these eye patches off. These are the Nip and Fab. I use them every single day. Extreme Jelly Eye Patches. To be fair, I switch between these and the Pixie Fortify because they are my OG eye patches if you've been here a while. Even though my skincare's already done, I'm just going to prep my skin a little bit. So I'm going to pop on some of this Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment Cream, which has got like avocado in it. It's so good, guys. I mean, I'm literally loving it, as you can see. Also, got my nails done the other day. I alternate between like French and a colour, and look how nice this colour is. It's called Rosewood by Glossify. It was one of Hannah's new colours that she'd ordered from them for autumn winter, and I always used to go for a colour called Glastonbury, and it's very, very similar. For skin prep, I have already done like my daily skincare obviously, but I'm going to use some of the Drunk Elephant Polypeptide Cream. And do you know what? I'm really loving this under makeup at the minute. And this is the Viral Bronzi Drops, and I just kind of mix them on the little Polypeptide Moisturiser base here and like mix them in. To be fair, like my face is kind of catching up to my body. Like I'm losing my like summer tan where I was travelling so much. So I don't think I'm going to need bronzing drops under my foundation for much longer, but we'll hold on to summer for as long as we can. I'm trying to think what I've got to update you on. I just got back from Italy. It was so nice to go to parts of Italy that I've never done before. So I've previously done Rome, Venice, where else have I done in Italy? Sorrento, Positano I did last year, Rome I did this year, Venice I've done previously, Florence I've done previously as well, and then this time we did like the Italian Riviera. I flew out there with, my best friend was already out there, and I flew out there with her parents to surprise her for her birthday basically, and we stayed in a place called Rapallo, but from Rapallo we did Cinque Terre and also Portofino, and we actually went to the castle where Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker got married, and oh my days, I can see why they got married there. It is absolutely stunning. I've already done my brows by the way, which is just the usual combination, which I'll get in a second. I'm just getting a makeup wipe for my hands because I, like I say, I've got a white top on and I'd quite like to keep it that way. But my brow combination is this, just my usual NYX brow glue and then the Makeup Revolution pencil. I kind of switch up between Makeup Revolution and also the Brow HQ ones, which are from like a local salon in Chester where I get my brows done. Although this one here, I feel like it's a bit too pointy. Just going to round off the arch a little bit. So this is obviously my lightweight makeup, like my daytime makeup. You guys know I'm a lightweight girly through and through, although I kind of have switched it up to kind of be more matte going into this time of year. I'm going to show you the skin tint that I've been obsessed with. To be honest, I think the whole world's been obsessed with. This is the Kylie Cosmetics, their new skin tint, and I use shade 6.5 WN, which I think is probably going to be a bit too dark for me soon, and so I'll have to get a different shade. But this is the skin tint blurring elixir, and honestly guys, it is insane. It's the only skin tint I have ever used, and I've used so many, tried and tested so many. It's the only one I've ever used that actually dries down matte. So if you are, there's like a tiny little fly here, you are a girl that loves matte foundations, fuller coverage foundation, well maybe not fuller coverage because it is a skin tint, and a skin tint is a skin tint, you're not going to get the coverage, but it's definitely a lot more matte than the likes of your Maybelline 24 Hour, your Fenty skin tint. I've actually got the Kylie brush that, although it's a little bit dirty because it's been amongst my other brushes, I haven't actually used this yet, but this is the one that she sells to use with the skin tint. It's buildable because it dries down matte, but if you're a freckly girl and you're like me and you like to have your freckles out, it's still going to allow your freckles to show, as you can see. But just look how it's like your skin but better. This brush is actually really nice, by the way, guys. You're wondering if this skin tint is worth the hype. It absolutely is. It's probably one of my favourite skin tints. Like, look how it's actually quite matte. Like, I don't know if you can actually tell, but it's like your skin but better. It's definitely a barely there product, but it's buildable because it does soak in so matte and dries down a lot less dewy than most other skin tint. I've been using the Nars concealer, I don't have it to hand, which is in the pot, and I was like, switch it out from the creamy concealer, which is this, because it's such good coverage for the evening, but I have still been sticking to this in the daytime, which is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in shade Custard. It's just such a good easy blend where it's actually quite liquidy, and I literally just spot apply it. You know what, guys, at my last appointment, my last Botox appointment with Laura, I actually debated getting tear trough filler, is that how you say it? But then Laura was like, I don't actually think you have like deep enough bags. I mean, we all kind of pick apart our own thing, don't we? But she was like, I actually don't think yours is deep enough. I think the filler will sit a little bit weird. Another Kylie brush, which is like a mini version of this. How cute is that? It's for the concealer, and it's in like a triangle shape. I don't know if you can see. I do like to blend out my concealer with a beauty blender, mind, but we'll just start with this for now. I'm just going to take a beauty blender as well, wet it with my Caudalie Beauty Elixir, one of my favourite sprays ever, and then I'm just going to blend out the rest of our concealer just so it looks a lot less crazy. Who is this? Stacey's just put a TikTok in the group chat with our mums in. She put, I feel like this is us, me at the ripe age of 32 reminding my mum not to forget my advent calendar this year. Mum, and as I got a little bit older it was mum. Stacey just said, I feel like this is us. I mean, true, to be fair. How funny that she just sent that when we've already been on the topic of advent calendars once in this video. I'm going to use the Doll Beauty Gimme Sun. This is in shade medium though, which is a little bit too light for me as a bronzer, but you know what, for day wear I feel like that's actually not a bad thing. I need a new cream bronzer recommendation, guys. If anybody has any good ones, then let me know, because I've been obsessed with the Refi one, and I also I do love the Doll Beauty cream bronzers as well, and I've got, I think, a KVD Beauty, which is obviously Kat Von D's old brand. Let me know what cream bronzers you're using at the minute, because I'd love to test a few more out, to be honest, because it's not really something I have a lot of cream versions of. This is just one of the Morphe X Aerial brushes, one of the best sets brush wise, value for money wise, and aesthetic, quality, everything wise that you can get. They're on LookFantastic, and my code will work with them. Obviously it'll be with all of the links down below, but honestly, if you're in the market for new brushes, which I feel like we all are at some point, then try this set out because they're so good. I think I've got 2 of the full sets because I use them on rotation. Okay, I'm just going to let all of that settle before I add anything else to my base. And for my eyes, I need to get some mascara on these eyes because they're looking a bit crusty dusty. I'm just going to quickly use this Pixie palette here, which is as old as time in my makeup kit. It's one of my favourites. It's the Hazelnut Haze Eye Effects palette. Honestly, Pixie's one of the most underrated brands. Obviously, you know that I love them for skincare, but I love their makeup as well. Literally love it. I think I was talking about a recent lip combo from Pixie that I was using in my last video, and I'm obsessed. Anyway, with this, I'm just going to take this tiny little midi brush. It's like this, and where I would normally use like a brown liquid liner in the day, I've started just using a bit of a shadow combination, so this deeper dark brown here and then this chocolatey brown. Just kind of dip my brush into each of those a little bit, and then I'm just running it along my lash line. It's a lot softer, especially if you're just wanting a little bit of something on your eyes for the day. I've got super round eyes, so I always feel the need to like add something to kind of just like drag them out a little bit so they don't look so big and bugging. I bought this set of eyeliners, guys, in Primark because back in the day I used to wear a white eyeliner in my waterline quite a lot. And I saw this little duo, I haven't had one in years, and I saw this little duo in Primark and it came with a white one and like this nudie coloured one, and I thought the nudie one would be a lot softer and not as harsh. So I started using it and I'm actually obsessed. It needs a bit of a sharpen tone. I mean, granted, it looks a bit wild before you have your mascara on because you look like a bit of a doll. But the fact that they were only £2, and you know what, they're alright, like not the best kohl eyeliners I've ever used in my life. But for just wanting to test it out and see how like white eyeliner or like a lighter liner looks on you, I feel like it's really good that Primark has something like that. Before I do my mascara, I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of powder on because you know me, she's a greasy gal, so I definitely need to map down my base. So this is the Rodial Glass Translucent Powder. It's just like a loose setting powder, it looks like this. One of my favourites, and it's quite grainy. Like, I don't really know if I can explain it, but you know, like baking powders are so like talc. This is actually quite grainy, but it doesn't feel it on the skin. It's really strange. It's actually a really, really good powder. I just get a bit on the end of a fluffy brush and I just go over the areas that I need, which always for me is my chin, my forehead, my T-zone, and then by the sides of my nose. And then I'm also just going to press a little bit into the concealer that I popped under my eyes as well. A really nice powder this, guys. I really rate Rodial products, to be fair. Don't know if you know this, but Rodial and Nip and Fab are like sister brands. So for daytime, I'm using the YSL mascara. This is in the brown shade. I have literally tried and tested, when it comes to brown, I've tried and tested so many liquid liners that say they're brown and mascaras that say they're brown, and the reason why I have is because I feel like no matter whether they say they're brown or black, they all dry down cool toned, and the brown ones that are available tend to just look like an off black rather than like a nice warm chestnutty brown. This is one of the few mascaras, let me show you up close. I really hope that you can see just how brown it is if you can compare it to the black spoolie of the mascara. Would I say I'm a huge fan of the actual formula of the mascara and the applicator? Probably not. Like we all know, Extended Play Lash, Giga Black Lash by MAC is my favourite ever for formula and applicator and just an all-round waterproof mascara. But the colour of this just makes it worth it. Apparently the Benefit Brown mascara is supposed to be really good, so let me know if anybody's tried that because that is next on my list. What else have I got to update you with? Not a lot, to be honest. Honestly guys, I feel like I am entering an era of like my soft era, not like soft girl era because god, that'll never be me, I'm too chaotic, but like a soft era of like where I'm at in my life, just wanting peace, just wanting good feelings, good vibes around me all the time, and anything else I just not interested in entertaining, to be honest. Just want a nice, happy, quiet life as I'm getting older. Is that sad? I don't know, maybe it is, but just along with that I just feel like I'm having a bit of a shift in life at the minute, which has actually been really, really nice because I feel like I've learned, maybe actually in my late 20s, especially since like going through my last breakup, and I think that's exactly it. Like you come out of a breakup and you feel like you need to keep yourself busy and you like overbook yourself of seeing people and doing things and going out and going to different places, and you could kind of like burn yourself out in like this phase of being like newly single. I don't know if anyone can even relate to what I'm saying, but that's kind of how I felt. Now obviously my breakup was ages ago now, like a long time ago. I just feel like learning so much since that breakup has really like opened up like doors of like a new side of life to me. Like I don't really know if I can describe it. I just think like going through a breakup at a time where so many people around you are having babies, getting engaged, getting married, like it just shapes you into like realizing what's important and where your priorities should be in life and your values, your purpose. I feel like you learn so much when you're going through a breakup where it's quite isolating. Out of all of my friends, I only have a couple of friends really that are this age and single. Like obviously you've got Fern, who's just moved to London though, so she's like further away, and then you have like my friend, one of my close friends who's actually an ex-colleague of mine, Daniela. She's also in the same boat, like similar age, or she's like a year older than me, single, and I'm quite lucky to have that, I think, because yeah, like I say, it can be quite isolating when you feel like you should be further on ahead in life, but that's just the cookie way, the way the cookie crumbles. So yeah, I just feel like I'm going into like this very new, a very chilled, quiet, unbothered era of just wanting peace and happiness. I'm going to use this cream blush, which is by Doll Beauty. It's their Pretty Fly Cream Melt, and this is in shade Takes Two to Mango. But where it's like a deep, warm burnt orange, I feel like it's very autumnal, which I actually really like. Like, I'm ditching the Barbie pinks now as we're going into this new season. I'm just going to use this Refi brush. Speaking of Refi, by the way, has anybody tried, I need to do like a big Refi order. I have not had any of their products from like since the first couple of launches, and I really liked the products that they had at that time, but they've just brought out like a blurring lip liner. It's basically a lip liner that's like rounded off, so it kind of just mimics like a natural, like an actual natural lip line, rather than like a sharpening hard pencil that you would normally use. Has anyone tried that? Is it worth me ordering some of those and seeing what they're like? Because I feel like for me, on like freckly no makeup days, they would work really, really well for like the look that I want. Just picking up a bit of this on the end. This is so pigmented, guys. It is quite scary at first. But yeah, picking up a bit of this on the end of the Refi brush, and then the mirror looks like that because I always kind of work it into that flat surface just to make sure it's evenly spread on the brush. We've actually just booked a fertility and fajitas night, which I know sounds a bit wild. It's actually being held in the Trafford Centre in Manchester, and Daniela found it on TikTok, which is so funny really, because when Daniela and I first met many moons ago, when I actually interviewed her for a job at my old workplace, how have we gone from like spending our weeknights having a glass of wine in the pub, and now we're going to a fertility and fajitas night? Like, I don't know how we got here and when we got here, and since when we were this grown age. Yeah, her and I are both kind of in a similar point in our lives where we want to know more about our fertility. We're both really interested in freezing some eggs. I mean, I'm currently saving up to have that done actually. But we're both really interested in it, but it's kind of like, where do you start? And Daniela actually found this event on TikTok, and I think they've done a couple of London-based ones, but this is the first one that they're doing in Manchester. You pay like £20 or £21 for like a deposit for the ticket, and then you pay the rest of it, but I think it's only £60 in total, and you basically meet other people that are in a similar situation to you, or like want to know more about their fertility, get to speak to obviously some experts, and you also get a blood test which will have like a good indication of your egg count. Just make sure there's no harsh line. But yeah, I'm just at like a bit of a random stage in my life really, where obviously I am like single, well, in the very, very early stages of dating somebody, and me having children is something that I've always been so open about not being sure if that's even on the cards for me. And it's weird because like when I was in my relationship, I was like, nah, definitely don't want children. That's not my direction. Like, it would not work for us to have children in this relationship for various reasons. And now that I'm single, weirdly, it's kind of like flipped, and I'm like, God, actually maybe I would like to be a mum someday. Maybe I feel like I would be quite a good one. But by the time I, you know, get to that position with anybody, I'm going to be classed as like a geriatric mum, like a geriatric pregnant person. So I need to give myself the best chance, I think. I think freezing eggs is like deemed as like a good thing to give yourself like the best possible chance of like conceiving, because I'm probably going to be at least, I don't know, if it ever happens for me, 35. Like, I don't know, that's just like in my head. Right, for lips, I'm going to use, do I use MAC Cork or do I use Talk to the Hand by Doll Beauty? Yeah, I'm going to go with Talk to the Hand, which is the slightly lighter one. This is All Sugar, this is Cork by MAC, and then this is Talk to the Hand. One of the days I feel like where people overline their lips. Anyone else? I've lost my Boy Bye lip liner by Doll Beauty, which is a really true tone nude for my lip colour, so I need to repurchase one of those. So yeah, I actually don't have that many life updates other than the fact I've just got back from Italy. I'm going to see what my chances of conceiving are, even though I have no boyfriend, but really want to know more about my fertility and just start looking into that. And like I said, I've kind of got like a ballpark figure, I think, for how much like egg retrieval is. So I'm saving for a couple of things in life right now, but that is definitely something that is coming out of my savings pot. Oh, we booked our family holiday to Jamaica. I don't know if you heard me talk about that a couple of vlogs ago. For like 20, I think there's 23 of us going. Obviously it's a place we've always wanted to go as a family for obvious reasons. And yeah, there's loads of us going. And like when we got sent like the confirmation email, it came to like 60 grand. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, whoever at Hayes Travel booked that and got that commission, we're all so excited. It's not until February 2026, so we've got absolutely ages yet. But when you're flying, obviously half of, well actually most of them live in South Wales, and then obviously you've just got basically just me and Josh left in North Wales now, on my mum's side I think. We all thought we'll fly together. We're just going to fly from Birmingham. Well, we are flying from Birmingham because we can all just kind of meet there. Oh, actually a couple of people are in London as well, so it's just like a more where we can all get to basically. Anyway, let me get some lipstick on. I'm going to introduce you or reintroduce you to something here, which is going to be a bit of a throwback if you've ever used this before. This is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. It looks like this, and this is in shade Abu Dhabi. I know makeup artists who are like older school makeup artists are going to be screaming at the screen right now like me and being like, oh my god, we used to go through these like one a week because it was a client favourite. And this shade is a matte lipstick, so again, no glossy vibes, no glowy vibes, no highlighter, which is very weird to see me without any glow on my skin, but to be fair, I'm that oily. By the end of the day it kind of has its own anyway. But this colour, it's just so nice. I filmed a reel for UK Lash because I've been using their whatever the dangerous ingredient is, their new peptide lash serum, and honestly it's insane. But anyway, that's besides the point. I had this on in a reel where I was talking about that product, and I've never had more questions on a lip combo in my life. It's actually a really nice warmy, like autumny vibe. Just going to go over my beauty spots with my brow pencil. I would do the same 3, I've got them like you can kind of see. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist, and the reason why I love the look of it is because it literally comes out like a hairspray. Look at this. Actually, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. Can you see that? It literally comes out like a hairspray, but it's a setting mist for your face. And it weirdly has a hairspray smell. I don't know if it's just like a placebo because it feels like I'm spraying hairspray on my face, which if you were born in the 90s, actually we used to do that in high school. But it is really good, and it's really good for holding like matte daytime makeup in place. Let this video be your sign to purchase the Kylie skin tint because it really is that good. Also, LookFantastic have a really good tool on their website, and it's always been accurate for me, for anybody that I spoke to about it. You know, on any listing where it's got like all the different cubes of different shades, let me zoom you back out. On LookFantastic they have got a foundation finder which is actually so accurate and so good. You just put in, so say I know off by heart Nars Aruba is like my shade, like that's my go-to shade. I know that that's my shade. You can literally put that in for any brand of foundation that you know is your shade, so like MAC, Nars, Damaska, literally whatever. Select your shade and then it will bring up what shade you are most likely to be in the listing that you're currently on. So if you need to use that for the Kylie Cosmetics skin tint, I used it for mine and it's very accurate, to be fair. Anyway, I'm going to stop there because as always in makeup videos I have been rambling probably for way too long. Like I've already mentioned, all of these products will be linked individually on LookFantastic down below, so you can go and click the link and it'll take you through. Like I said, there's no codes on the advent calendar this year, but please go and buy it. It's such good value for money. It's the best product content wise that they've ever done, and the pre-orders are running really low, so if you want to get your hands on one, I know it's scary because it's September, but go and do it now because you'll be gutted otherwise when 1st of December comes around and you don't have your first little LookFantastic advent calendar door to open. But anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm hoping you're loving the mix of like not crazy chaotic on the go vlogs all the time, but also some sit down old school makeup content. I feel like I'm going to sit down and do like monthly favourites as well, because they used to be so popular on YouTube, just of like random stuff, like not even just products but like monthly favourites of just everything. I feel like I'm going to bring those back in autumn winter. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed a little chat with me. Yeah, you can grab all of these products and the advent calendar in the description box down below, but I will see you all in next week's vlog. Bye.